Hello student, welcome back in the classes of Unix and Shell programming. In our session, we learn about the grep and set command that are advanced filters command. Grep is used as a filter and set is also used as a filter command. Now grep is used to find the pattern and matching the pattern, but the set is used to find the line as well and the pattern both. The set is also known as a stream editor. We already learned some basic operation of set. Now today we'll learn some regular expression which are used in set. Let us see. In set we already learned that line addressing. That means if you want to display some particular line, then you can just give the line number and you have to give some operation like P or Q, that is print and quit. Yes. Now today we learn context addressing. In context addressing you have to find some pattern and that pattern must be bounded between these two slashes. Yes, we learn this pattern in grep as well. That means if you want to find director, then you can use it in grep as well. And now in set you can use this -n. I already explained this -n option, but the main use of -n is whenever you use P, at that time you must have to use -n. Okay, otherwise your output display are repeated lines. Now over here I want to find some pattern that is a director, and that's why I can write this pattern into the slashes, two slashes like a grep. Yes, now in that if you want to find multiple pattern, then you can use this comma and write the pattern between these two slashes. Same way if you want to find the lines and the pattern, both the mixed, the line and the context addressing, then you can write this line, then give the comma and the pattern between this slash and the P for the operation. It is just like a grep. Now for example, regular expression. Now in grep we are already learned what is the regular expression. Same as a grep, you can use this regular expression over here as well. Now whenever you use star, that means it will display or it will find it out the occurrences of the previous character. Fine. So over here you can find the Agrawal, same way as we learn in grep. That is the pattern, that is the regular expression, but the difference is that in grep you can write this pattern into the double quotes, but in the set you can write this pattern into this slash and you have to provide this P as an operation. That means you have to print it. Same way if you want to display more than two pattern, if you want to match more than two pattern, then what you have to write? You have to write that pattern in different slashes. So for example, I want to find this Saxena. Yes, in Saxena some person like SAK, SENA, otherwise SAX, SENA, like that. Yes, and find the Gupta as a pattern. So what we have to do? You have to write this slashes between this and the slashes in the another pattern and write the P operation every time. But both the pattern you have to write into the single quotes. Yes, एक ही बार quotes लिखने हैं और दोनों pattern उसमें ही लिखनी है. And the name of the file from where you have to find the pattern. Now we already learned this anchoring character, caret and dollar. What is the use of caret? Caret is used to match beginning of the line and dollar is used to match end of the line. Yes, if I want to find starting from line 1, then I can use caret 1, and if I want to find ending line with 1, then I can use dollar. Write that over here. For example, I can write this caret sign. So caret 2, that means ये मेरी pattern है. So from emp.lst file it will find the pattern like 2 से start होती line को display करो. Fine. Same way, for example, over here I can write this pattern 50 एंड देन उसके बाद 1 2 3 4 डॉट, मतलब कि 50 के बाद फॉर एग्जांपल ऐसी कोई मुझे पैटर्न मैच करवानी है जो 50 के बाद 4 कैरेक्टर्स आते हैं, like that. So it will match like that. Any character you can match. But over here I can use caret. Over here I can use dot. Dot is also used in as a regular expression in sed. So same way, this anchoring characters and regular expression are very much important and powerful tool with use in the grep and sed. The regular expression I already told which are used in grep, that all are common in sed. जितने रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन आप ग्रेप में यूज कर सकते हो वो सारे रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन, पैटर्न मैचिंग एक्सप्रेशन आप सेड में भी यूज कर सकते हो. फाइन. देन फॉर एग्जांपल इन सेड if you want to write some pattern in some different file or copy some pattern, selected pattern into some different file, so for that you can use this W as an operation. Yes, W operation मतलब के P और Q की जगह पे अभी आपको क्या यूज करना है, W, for writing some line or selected line into some separate file. Fine. So over here let us see one example. Director, that means my pattern is director which is written into this quotes, matlab this slash. Now after that slash I can write this W. That means I want to find the pattern director from a line. Yes, पूरी लाइन में मुझे director pattern मिलनी चाहिए. जहां पे मुझे director pattern मिली emp.lst फाइल में, वो लाइन को राइट करना है, मतलब कॉपी करना है. कहाँ पे, ये नई फाइल का नाम मैंने दिया है डायरेक्टर लिस्ट करके. सो जितनी भी लाइंस में डायरेक्टर फाइंड होगा वो सारी लाइंस कहाँ पे कॉपी हो जाएगी, डायरेक्टर एलएसटी के अंदर, लिस्ट के अंदर. देन यू कैन चेक दिस फाइल अगेन. ओके, सेम वे इफ यू वांट टू फाइंड अ मल्टीपल पैटर्न एंड क्रिएट अ मल्टीपल फाइल एज वेल. यस, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई कैन राइट sed -n. Yes, then I can use this pattern director, manager and executive. ये तीन पैटर्न मैंने मैच करवाई. नाउ जो डायरेक्टर है उसकी फाइल मुझे बनानी है डी लिस्ट, मतलब डायरेक्टर वाली पैटर्न डी लिस्ट में जानी चाहिए, मैनेजर वाली पैटर्न एम लिस्ट में जानी चाहिए और एग्जीक्यूटिव वाली पैटर्न ई लिस्ट में जानी चाहिए. पर ये तो न्यू फाइल नेम है, पर ये सारी पैटर्न मुझे कहाँ से ढूंढनी है, emp.lst में. दैट इज योर लास्ट आर्ग्यूमेंट. फाइन. So you have to write this all pattern into one single quote over here like this. So first I can write this director in that slashish and write W. After the space I can provide the name of the file over here. So director वाली जितनी भी lines है वो D list में चली जाएगी. Then press the enter and write another pattern in this slashish, that is manager, and I can write that manager lines into M list. Same way enter, and then next is executive. I want to find the executive which contain the line, and that lines is stored into ill list. That all line find out from this emp.lst, and this all pattern you have to write in a single group of quotes. Fine. So it will copy all the line which contain the director, manager, executive in 3 different file or 3 separate file in a one single command. So are you getting what is the use of this W? W is used to write some selected line into a separate file. मतलब एक नई फाइल आपको क्रिएट करनी है और वो फाइल में आप सिलेक्टेड लाइंस को स्टोर करवा सकते हो, कॉपी करवा सकते हो. बट बी रिमेंबर, इफ दिस फाइल इज ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड, अगर आप जो फाइल का नाम यहाँ पे दे रहे हो एंड दैट फाइल इज ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड एंड ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट इन योर सिस्टम, देन it will overwrite. So that's why you can use the new file name over here. Fine. Now same way, it's just a pattern, but instead of pattern, if you want to store some lines and give the line addressing, so it is like that. See one example, sed -n, then I can write this 1,500W. That means what is the meaning of this? It will find from the line 1 to 500 and write that 1 to 500 lines into the file 1. Same way press the enter and another from the 501 to the end. Dollar that means end of the file. 501 से मुझे कहाँ तक लिखना है वो भी लिख सकते हो, अदरवाइज आपको एंड तक लिखना है तो डॉलर लिख दो. मुझे लास्ट लाइन का नंबर नहीं पता है, that's why I can write this dollar over here. So I can write 501 comma dollar W. That means 501 से लास्ट लाइन तक फाइल कहाँ पे स्टोर हो जानी चाहिए, फाइल 2 के अंदर. कहाँ पे स्टोर हो जानी चाहिए, फाइल 2 के अंदर. सो आर यू गेटिंग? एंड ये सारी लाइंस मुझे कहाँ से ढूंढनी है, emp.lst में से. So the output of this command is you can save first 500 line in file 1 and the rest of the lines you can store into the file 2. Fine? Yes, all of you? Yes. So this is the use of the W, that is writing characters which are used to write a selected lines into the separate file. Same way the W, you can use 3 different operation for text editing in Unix with the use of the set. First, if you want to inserting and changing the line which are already created files, ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड फाइल्स है उसके अंदर आपको कोई नई लाइन ऐड करनी है या तो कोई लाइन चेंज करनी है, देन यू कैन यूज I फॉर इंसर्ट, A फॉर अपेंड एंड C फॉर चेंजिंग. सेम वे जैसे हमने W यूज किया उसकी जगह पे आपको I लिखना है, या तो अपेंड करना है तो A लिखना है, चेंज करना है तो C लिखना है. सेम वे इफ यू वांट टू डिलीट सम लाइन, फॉर एग्जांपल डायरेक्टर वाली लाइन डिलीट करो, सो इंस्टेड ऑफ राइट W यू कैन राइट D. सब्स्टिट्यूशन मतलब रिप्लेसमेंट, जैसे हमने TR कमांड में सीखा, सम पर्टिकुलर सिंगल कैरेक्टर को हम सिंगल कैरेक्टर से रिप्लेस करते हैं, उसी तरह सेड के अंदर भी आप सब्स्टिट्यूशन परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. सो इन सेड यू कैन यूज W फॉर राइटिंग अ सिलेक्टेड लाइन्स टू द फाइल, then I for inserting some line to the existing file, append as well and change as well. D is used for deleting the lines and S for use as a substitution. Yes, so this text editing commands we learn in the next session. Fine all of you?